Hi there, I hope you are doing amazing. Um, I'm wearing the same thing that I was wearing in the other video, so yeah, it's the same day. It's the same day. I just made the other video. Please go check it out. I was talking about me feeling lost, basically. Anyway, wait, are we recording? Sorry, I need to ask this in every video. Like I need to double check because I can't see the screen of my phone because I told you it's got gone. Let's talk about books for a bit. No? Focus on the books, child. So I recently got into reading, and by recently I mean like last year. I recently got into reading because I need to but hey, rich people must read, and you need to read books to, to be smart and engage in conversations and da da da, and engage in debates and just broaden your mind and your imagination and all of that. Okay, so these are the books that I've been reading, right? I'm trying my best to read at least 2 books a year. Don't come for me. I hear people on YouTube are like, I'm aiming to read at least 40 books this year. I'm like, 40 books, bro. I can't even get through one book. But so yeah, this is the first book that I had, which is Shonda Rhimes, The Power of No, The Year of Yes. Um, The Power of Habit. I spoke about this book in another video, and then recently I'm reading this one, The 12 Rules of Life. Yeah? But all of these books are very like, okay, except for this one, are very self-helpy, and this book, I'm on page 155, but I still don't feel like I enjoy it. Like I don't feel like I even know what they're talking about at this book. Like I'm just like, husband, anytime. I don't like it. I don't like it. Also because I don't feel like it's an easy read. Like I'm not a very avid reader, so I need to read easy books. For somebody who's an avid reader and who's read a lot of books or who just reads in general, this is easy for you. You can finish this in like a month or a week. I don't know. But for me, I bought this book in the beginning of the year. I'm lying. I bought it in May, June, July, August, 3 months, and I'm like a bit halfway, but I don't feel like I enjoy it. So now I'm just asking for book recommendations. Like, what books or what genre of books would you recommend to me? Someone who doesn't really read that much, and I need something that's easy to read or something that is going to grasp me, like something that's going to be like, oh, I love this. Like, in 2018, I read Gabrielle Union's We're Gonna Need More Wine. I love her so much, and I think that's why I just enjoyed her book, and I just couldn't put it down. It was not a thin book, but it was like an easy read. Like it didn't have big English or conjugation and big English. It was an easy read, and I understood what she was saying, and she was very open and vulnerable in that book, and I like that. Like I feel like, you see, this one is Shonda Rhimes' book. Shonda Rhimes who way Grey's Anatomy and How to Get Away with Murder, both of which I've never watched before. Sorry. But I mean I like the book. It's okay, but I don't feel like she was being vulnerable like Gabrielle Union in her book. Like yeah, like Gabrielle Union in that book, she talks about like her failed marriage, her being a stepmom, her being assaulted and raped. Like she talks about issues where it's just like, oh my gosh, yes. But here, this one, she just talks about her being like a shy child, growing up and loving books and just running away with her books and her imagination and writing stories and characters and stuff like that. But like I feel like it doesn't resonate with me. But also, I want to try reading a little bit of romance as well. Oh, I've also read Jackie Pamote's Bear, which I also enjoyed. Mara umuntu ufundile musi iy'ncwadi eziningi. Noma umuntu ufundile iy'ncwadi eziningi, guys. Like I'm a reader. I'm an avid reader, right? So please just recommend books that I can read. Books that are easy to read. Like I just want an easy to read book that I can finish easily and I'm not gonna be able to put down. Um a lot of people have been talking about African literature lately. I don't know how I feel about African stories or African writers. I've never read an okay, Jackie Pamotses though. But also, I don't know. I've read her second book, Yaga Jackie Pamotses. I tweet what I like, and I couldn't get through the first chapter. And that's why I don't. So yeah, guys. So please just recommend what books you'd like me to read. Um, Also, like I'd love to read like a steamy book, like a book that's like steamy and who's calling me. Oh, it's the sorry, the people in the WhatsApp group of my class. So yeah, like please recommend a book where I oh yeah, like where I can easily read it like a steamy book. You know, back then when 50 Shades of Grey was famous and everybody was reading that book and they were like, oh my gosh, the scenes are so steamy and sensual and like ooh, I want to read a book like that. Like ooh, like some a bit of steamy, a bit of sensual, a bit of ooh, you know. I don't want to read like a typical romance novel. Also, I don't like fiction. I don't like fictional characters and stories and I'm a Popeye. I don't want those. Yeah, so please recommend any books that I can read. Let's start lightly, you know, basic English, J isn't easy, you know, and steamy things where it's like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna be able to put it down. But also just nice, you know, where I'm going to relate with the author and just feel her vulnerability like I did with Gabrielle Union. I love her so much. Also a thin book because I don't want that big book. I want Yaga Viola Davis, that big one. Ay, ay, ay. Even Michelle Obama, is it Michelle Obama's that fat book? I guys, I wonder eventually I'm gonna read those two books, but for now, let's keep it sweet and keep it short.